Yo guys, we're back with another prediction for the UFC Noche, UFC Fear. Doesn't matter how you call it, Dana hyped it up, 20 million he bought in, he said he paid $20 million for this. Everybody gonna watch it. If you're in a deathbed, you gotta watch it. If you're in the hospital, if it's your birthday, your wedding, you gotta watch this event. He talked about the main event is the biggest thing in not just combat sports history, but all sports history. I'm hyped up. It's this fear. It's he talking about a 1 minute film for every event, for every fight on this main event. He talked about sound effects, also some lightning and blitzes and everything. I'm hyped up. I hope you're hyped up too. 10 fights on this card, two championship fights. We gotta start with a huge prospect from Mexico, 19 years old, Rosas Jr. against Aoriqileng, a guy with a chin. So we gotta go by submission in the first round from Rosas Jr. I was trying to go with the TKO, but like I said, the Chinese have the chin, or Mongolian, whatever he is. Edgar Cháirez against Joshua 1. Joshua, bro, you can't lose a knockout to Giles Johnson. You can lose a decision, but not a knockout. Edgar Cháirez is a finisher. The fight will look like this, what I believe. 3 rounds, Edgar Cháirez taking him down, full ground and pound and submission attempts. At the end, Joshua will try to come back, and eventually nothing gonna happen. 3 rounds, just mauling from Edgar Cháirez. Yazmin Jauregui, whatever her name is, against Ketlen Souza. The name doesn't matter because the crisp boxing of Yazmin, that's all I want to see. She's my most, let's say, the top 3 of my female prospects right now. She has the crisp boxing with the knockout ability, the finishing ability, what is very important in the female fighter divisions, because we saw it with Wang Chu. I hope I said her name right. Dana White Contender Series, she had this great knockout, and if you see a woman does things like this with her hands, it's really incredible. Yazmin, she gotta have the decision. Manuel Torres against Ignacio Bahamondes, Mexico against Chile. We got Manuel Torres by decision. This is one of the toughest fights. I believe this is really a 50-50 fight, but still we gotta go with Manuel Torres by decision. Ignacio Bahamondes can have the second round knockdown. He has the hands, he has the finishing ability, but Manuel Torres, Mexico fighter, he gotta get the win, man. Decision. But he also has all of his fights by finish. It's a tough one, but we gotta go slightly by Manuel Torres. Aldana against Norma Dumont, the last fight of the prelims. Aldana lost every of the last fights by the champions. Actual champion, Pennington, and former by Amanda Nunes and Holly Holm. We know her hands, we know her crisp boxing, and also finishing ability against Norma Dumont. Yes, she's looking good, but how good is her chin looking against Irene? I believe we will see a knockdown and a decision win by Irene. So now the main events. Now Ronaldo Rodríguez against Osbourne. Osbourne, man, congrats, you got it. Main event on the biggest event of all time. No Rosas Jr., no freaking Manuel Torres, no Brandon Moreno. We have Osbourne. He just lost to get finished. He will have a paycheck for this. Ronaldo Rodríguez, if you have Ronaldo in your name, submission in the first round. Zellhuber against Esteban Ribovics, one of the toughest fights on this card. A top 3 with Ortega against Diego Lopes. We have Zellhuber by submission in the third round. Probably nobody believing in this. Probably the most guys still have Zellhuber by decision or probably even TKO. I have him by submission. He has very cool and his submissions are unique, it's a kind of submissions, like for example, the most guys go by rear naked choke, armbar, maybe even triangle. This is the most attempts we see in the UFC. Guillotines, Dustin Poirier. But to have dust chokes and then especially the slicer, the knee slicer. That's very cool from Daniel Zellhuber because on the other hand, he has the hands, he has the height, distance management, jabs, kicks, he has everything. On the other hand, we have Esteban Ribovics by finishing abilities. I mean, second round knockdown I'm seeing from Esteban. Besides that, Daniel Zellhuber should have to fight. Third round submission. Brian Ortega against Diego Lopes. I have Brian Ortega by second round submission. I believe he's the man. You know, his prime. Rene Gracie in the back. BJJ black belt. Diego Lopes is a finisher. He also has the BJJ and the knockouts. But the first round, this is the thing by Diego Lopes. The first round, and if Brian Ortega can survive like he always does, he never lost in the first round. He will finish you because Diego Lopes is fatigued in the later rounds. And I don't think against the vet and against a prime Brian Ortega, you know, it's enough. It's too soon. It's like Martinez against Jose Aldo. It's Benoit Saint-Denis against Dustin Poirier. I mean, we saw it so many times. These newcomers, you know, just going straight forward to the best guys. What's the name? Yeah, Abus from Germany against Strickland. It's just too soon. I believe in this case it's too soon. But still, you know, Diego Lopes is a dog. We all love him. We all love to see the end of Alexa Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko. The last fight, the trilogy. Alexa Grasso, 1 win, draw. Both fights were close. But the thing is, Valentina Shevchenko is now 36, and in my opinion, she's going downhill. It's not the Valentina we know anymore. The crazy roundhouse kick, one of the best knockouts. I believe now it's the time for Alexa Grasso. Mexico Independence Day, UFC Noche. It shall be her night. Split decision win, 38-47. So now Sean O'Malley against Merab Dvalishvili. It must be the knockout from from Sean. Sorry. Second round. Probably the first round will be you know, opening the cut. Will be Merab surviving everything against Morales. Yeah, we can see some takedown attempts, of course. Probably the first thing from Merab will be a takedown attempt. Probably 3 or 4 or 5 takedown attempts. Besides that, some crisp boxing, jabs, opening the cut. And second round, eventually the finish, the best thing of the year, knockout of the year, Sean O'Malley. Because if he loses, especially a 5-round decision against Merab, it's over for Dana White. He will be in the hospital. It's over for everything. It's over for Sean, Hunter, everybody, because this is the biggest thing what UFC has now to offer for us, and they put Merab in it, which is, to be honest, a very it's risky. It's risky, of course. I don't want to deny anything what Merab does. He has a 10-fight winning streak, but it's not for the fans, man. The fans don't like it. The fans love Sean O'Malley. His knockouts, he has also a decision win against Chito Vera, but we saw not just a decision, we saw an absolute dominant performance. So yeah, Sean O'Malley is the huge superstar with Adesanya going out and Usman, it's Masvidal. Like, who is still there, you know? John Jones, after 1 or 2 fights, is also out. Conor is out. Dustin Poirier, everybody will go. So we need a new huge superstar. It's Sean O'Malley. So yeah, that's my luck of the card. Sean O'Malley, put everything you have on the second round knockout.